Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently in the process of meeting some new Ethiopians. They of course don't know that they're Ethiopians yet, but that's part of the charm, isn't it? They will be Ethiopians soon enough. So we're currently heading down this way to expand this direction. We know that they are aggressively expanding over this way, so we definitely want to come over here. Since we can't head out to the north anyway, we may as well come down this way and cut them off a little bit. So that is going to become our goal there. We did just finish up surveying Umzara here. Uzumzara? That's an awkward thing to pronounce. We're going to come on over here and start investigating at Procyon. Fantastic. Of course, we are making a decent number of alloys, not so many consumer goods. That's definitely something to keep an eye on. For now, let's go ahead and queue up a Farpoint class station, huh? That sounds familiar to anyone who's seen the first double episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. Okay. We're going to, of course, make a Corvette here. In fact, we're going to make two. Perfect. That'll get us up to 12 out of 20. We only need to go to 20 for now. Of course, we're colonizing in Alpha Centauri. We are not going to colonize... Well, should we? Okay, that's fine. If we colonize here, the problem comes in that this colony will die. There's no real way around that one.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
We're going to want to head over here. We did just get administrative AI. That's fantastic. And what do we want to grab next? Definitely physics research from researchers or Zero-G Laboratories. These are both good. We're going to take this one for now. Now, I believe we determined that Alpha Centauri is going to be a science world. So that is something that we definitely want to work on.
We have established a new planetary base.
And I do want to probably build a monument on every world for now that we will replace later. And I think that I also eventually want to build a gene clinic on every world. We'll go ahead and get a monument done on these two. That will, of course, give us culture worker jobs. And that'll be fine for now. Excellent. Newly founded colonies are always great. 42 years and 3 days. A closer scan of the debris field around Procyon B has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It has a frequency uncertainty so low that it will be another 875 million years before it gains a single second, and it's counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what this date signifies or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of the time. We're simply going to keep an eye on it. Tick-tock, tick-tock. In 42 years, we'll be substantially advanced. So that's great. We always do love getting our hands on some stored research. This science ship isn't currently doing anything. We are going to investigate the other anomaly here in Procyon, this one here. If I can get it to go. Another ship is performing this order. Okay, fair enough. In that case, we will head up over here. Perfect. We are going to run out of things for our science ships to do pretty soon here. I definitely hadn't counted on being boxed in by ancient mining drones like that. The old drones, fitfully dormant on Sirius Prime's moon, have become active again, and their work is a mixed blessing. Under the cover of night and spotty airspace surveillance, they've erected the framework of some gigantic structure a short distance away from our primary settlement on Sirius Prime. Our engineers are convinced it's the realization of some outmoded concept, known as a space elevator, perhaps a common sight in the times before we Ethiopians first took to the stars. It'll eventually have to be raised as it stands in the way of our expansion plans for the galaxy, and bringing it down safely will take some time. At least our engineers are giddy with excitement at the prospect of studying the thing up close. Okay, so we get some science there. It's going to reduce our mineral output by 20% there, by 20% for 10 years. I don't think we really output much for minerals at all here, though. So, yeah, we have no mineral production here. Or actually, is that... Here. Okay, we do have a small mineral deficit here, but we have no mineral production, so that's fine. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up from the Gamma aliens have paid off. We've finally made a breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we've managed to successfully open diplomatic channels with the civilization we now know to be the Talakur League. On screen.
An alien empire wishes to communicate. Ha!
Perfect. I bring greetings from revered Elder Unipak Umlatica, I was going to say the exected leader, I think? I think that was the word I was going for there, but it's an elected leader of the Talakur League. We believe in the right of all sapient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs, and we hope you share in this sentiment. Well, we're not going to get spy network growth on them, sure, but we're going to seek friendly relations. We're a very friendly people. All we want to do is give everyone healthcare. Everyone is Ethiopian, including these weird bug things. Perfect. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. That's to be expected. This confirms what we had long suspected. We are not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular Xenos have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. This changes everything. Indeed. Okay, so we now have some info on these guys. And we can now see their borders over here, at least to some degree. Okay. I'm hoping that they're not going to close their borders to us. At least not for a while. It'd be very awkward if they did. You're building a starbase? Okay, perfect. We're going to get 2 more Corvettes. And let's take a look at these guys. A new faction. Okay, these guys are the First Strike Legion. Okay, they want us to conquer things militarily. Sure, that's fine. So they have a CB on us, apparently, because of ideology. That's fine. And we don't have any intel over here. So we can send an envoy to start building a spy network. And that's exactly what we will do. We've received our first clandestine report from Spymaster Bakari to Nibu inside the Talakur League. This heralds the foundation of our first spy network within a Xeno Empire. From this day forward, they too will realize the formative benefits of Ethiopian-honed information control. Indeed. They're currently cooperative with us, so that's a good sign. Our intel with them is currently 19, and going down. Why is it going down? That's interesting. We don't appear to have any interactions with them. I don't know how this system works. This is new to this latest version, of course. Let's see here. We can establish an embassy. They would not accept that currently. We don't have enough intel. We can only speculate as to their reasons. Okay, the spy network already has a spy master assigned. See the espionage tab for spy network information. I should have looked at the tabs. Good point. Good point. Okay, so our infiltration level is increasing right now. Fantastic. So we'll just let that go. That'll be fine.
Construction complete.
We're going to immediately come over to Sargus and build there. We want to for sure cut them off from this star cluster, and we want to push as far in here as we can. If we can grab Riblor, that would be amazing. I think our odds of that are a little low, but they're taking Avum, so maybe? There's clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit of Benetsach. No, that's an N, not an S. I want that to be an S. Why do I want that to be an S? Benetnash 5 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapons blasts, and scans from the ISS Nobel have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Conrad Schubert is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies. Okay, so we can mount a graveyard expedition, and so we shall. Excellent. We'll get that one underway. And our 14th Corvette has just come out. That's glorious. We don't really have anything that needs to be done on any of these planets just yet. Our mineral gains are okay. Our alloy gains are solid. Our consumer goods gains rather, not so much. So Sirius is probably going to need to be primarily consumer goods focused, is my guess here. We do currently have some jobs available on all of our worlds, so that's fine. No need to really do anything else just yet. Immense, ragged plains of shadow drift across Yerba 3's face. They're cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow for a small degree of articulation. Hinged clouds, huh? Well, organic material. Sure. Science Officer Tao Zhuge is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Okay. Well, +3 society research there, that's great. The Sojourner can go nowhere. Not really anything that we can do with that just yet. The ISS Drake is done as well. We're going to just pull out of the League here. No sense violating their borders if we don't have to.
Construction complete.
Onward to Durasta.
Special project complete.
The team under Science Officer Conrad Schubert has finished their expedition on Bennett Nosh. I still want to have an S there. Bennett Snosh? Something like that? I don't know why, I just want that. And returned to the ISS Nobel. Sadly, the wrecked starships on the surface were too badly damaged to recover any useful technologies. These vessels were clearly very advanced, however, and we could gain valuable engineering insights if we analyze the way they were designed. We should consider the construction of a permanent science outpost in orbit. +3 engineering research there. Very, very solid. We do need to continue outputting construction ships, and so we shall. After awakening yet again, the drones briefly disappeared from sensors. When they returned, it was with a large cache of minerals of unknown origin in tow. They dumped it on the surface of Sirius Prime after sending a badly corrupted burst transmission indicating that they had fulfilled a requisition request. Then they went back to the moon. 3 minerals. No complaints. That's gonna end up being a lot of minerals. Okay. Sounds good. We're going to continue pumping out these corvettes as quick as we can until we're at our naval cap. Of course, we are going to need to take out these drones ASAP and these drones kind of as a secondary. Fascinating. They have 29 corvettes? They're going to take out these drones. That's a whole lot of corvettes. They have double our number of corvettes. Well, that's definitely noted.
Special project complete.
The drones and their tireless, endless work of extracting ever-diminishing resources from their local planetoids make for a somewhat dull, but nevertheless informative subject of study. In fact, mining networks on Earth could stand to learn a thing or two about maximizing mineral extraction rates while conserving energy. Additionally, we have found that the drones are not completely silent. They emit signal pings, though extremely infrequently and at a wavelength hard to isolate from background noise. If there's anyone left to receive these pings, may be a mystery for another time. So we can either get extra damage to the ancient mining drones, or we can get mining station minerals output. And this is going to definitely be the long-term gain here. We're going to take that. Excellent. I am definitely concerned about the number of Corvettes that these guys have. I mean, we are playing on max difficulty. I don't know if the AI cheats in Stellaris at max difficulty. I would kind of guess it does, but we'll see. We will definitely see. Our construction ship... I'm a moron. I queued up 2 construction ships. We don't need 2. We'll take this one, I guess. But yeah, I definitely intended that to be Corvettes. That's entirely my own fault. 1,000,000%. Okay, we're going to do that. This construction ship here is going to immediately start moving here. We don't have the alloys yet, but by the time we get there, we should have the alloys, or very close to it. You better not. They are. They beat us there. Fair and square. I mean, it's part of Ethiopia, so it's all good. We're just going to build mining stations then. They've cut us off from this cluster, so that means we have to go this way. That's not shocking, necessarily. It's completely fine, actually. So we'll just head up this direction. We do need to get our fleet bulked up a little bit more here. And I'm actually potentially interested in buying a few alloys here. We have a lot of energy credits right now, and if we were to do something like this, then we could queue up all of our Corvettes. Like so. We can also grab Faith in Science, and so we shall, and we're going to, of course, grab Technological Ascendancy, and that immediately gives us a 20% research speed for the rest of the game. That's huge. That is just absolutely insane how huge that is. Okay, so this science ship is going to be pulled back this way. We now know where our border with these guys is going to be. It will be right here. We're potentially okay with upgrading this to a starport, since we now know that there will be a border here for now.
Construction complete.
And that's completely fine. We're going to build mining stations up here. Frantic signal bursts from the moon alerted us to the fact that the old drones on the planet have woken yet again. This time they bring us a significant prize, as they've unearthed an ancient satellite from the depths of their moon and partially repaired it. We do not know how the satellite ended up there, nor why the drones have ignored it until now. Regardless, if even a fragment of its databanks have survived, there's a lot we could learn about day-to-day life in the empires that the drones first served. Indeed, 500 free society research there. That is fantastic. The ISS Lagrange finds a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in a deep crater on the asteroid's surface. I think this is this one, yeah, up in Procyon. Evidently, someone has, with rather simple means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole, and Science Officer Dmitry Zhirov quickly asserts that the asteroid is the exit point. The other end opens up somewhere in uncharted space, some light years away from a black hole, and dark matter, okay, small quantities of dark matter are leaking, being siphoned through the wormhole. Whoever set this up seems to have abandoned the operation. So we found a dark matter deposit. That's fantastic. The ISS Lagrange has discovered a previously unknown strategic resource on AT-66 dubbed dark matter. This exotic substance has many properties that seemingly defy several natural laws. It could potentially revolutionize the sciences. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. Indeed. That is amazing. I'm very happy about that. So we are, of course, pumping out our remaining Corvettes here. We do not yet have an Admiral here, and we'll take one. I mean, Admirals give some bonuses, although not these two, at least not at this skill level. This is fine. Unyielding is an okay trait. We'll have him in control there. And we're just going to wait for our additional 3 here. We're going to be capped by that naval cap there. We don't yet have much information on these guys. Let's see, we can... Oh, I see. I see indeed. Well, We have no available assets, but we'll go ahead and start gathering some information. Fantastic. So all of our science chips need
Scientific
to...
breakthrough achieved.
Yeah, that's fine. All of our science chips need to start heading up to Yidixa here. They do not seem to be interested in heading up to Yidixa. I guess we'll do it one at a time. Sure. So they're all headed up there. And we did just finish Eco Simulation. Let's be able to clear Dense Jungle. That will be important to us. Fantastic. And here's our final construction for our fleet. We're going to head up here and clear out these ancient mining drones. Glorious. This construction ship is building stations. That's fine. We're going to go up and grab Procyon next. And we're going to just work our way over this way, filling in these gaps over this way with this particular ship. Excellent. So the Durasta station here is definitely going to be upgraded again if we can, but I don't think we can. I'm pretty sure this is all we can do with this current level of technology as a starport. We'll find out here in 20 days, though. So that is completely fine.
Construction complete.
Yes, that is all we can do. We can, however, do a gun battle and a missile battery. A gun battle, apparently. Yeah, gun battery and missile battery. And then over here we can do... I think a target uplink computer is probably what we're going to go for. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. The erratic behavior of the narcoleptic drones has taken a violent turn. A number of them woke and entered the atmosphere of Sirius Prime, as is their wont, only to slam into the surface of the planet at full thrust. Repeatedly, in many cases. Damage to the colony was negligible. Negligible, wow. Words are very difficult. Very, very difficult. Okay, I need to wake up here, clearly. But the nigh invulnerable drones were destroyed in bright showers of blue sparks, indicative of the tremendous force of, and dedication to, their self-destruction. We find out what was wrong with them? Indeed, that is the question. So we are going to be heading up here momentarily. We've made it a good long ways. We have 959 strength currently. That's wonderful. Our operatives have completed their information gathering operation and have sent a dossier detailing their findings. Okay, so we get medium diplomacy intel. Fantastic. So, what do we know? Very little is the answer. Very, very little. Our infiltration level is on its way up, and we're just going to let that happen. I do like this espionage system so far. Hopefully it isn't just fire and forget sort of thing. Physics research. Okay, we are going to go ahead and grab... All of these are good. I'm going to go for fusion reactors. Those are generally very important. And let's see how our fleet handles this. I do expect that we will take some losses here. So in we go. Well, we have already lost one, unless some of these could be retreating, I suppose. We'll see how many we actually lose at the end of the battle. We're definitely struggling with taking them out, but that's not shocking considering how early this is. Still 8 of them left.
Construction complete.
They're pretty tough. Still 6 of them left. We are actually beginning to lose this. Okay, so we retreated. We lost 13 out of 20 corvettes. That was ungreat. Ungreat. That is the word I'm going to go for there. So this construction ship should definitely build mining stations here, and then after it's done with that, go build a starbase out over here. And we're going to need to start outputting additional corvettes. There we go. We'll output 5 for now. And when are these guys going to be back? Next month. That's okay. We lost a lot of ships there. I mean, we probably knew that that was going to happen. Our ships are not very upgraded. That said, we did outweigh them in terms of the strength, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But overall, it's completely fine and completely expected. In fact, I'm going to cancel these 3 corvettes, and we're going to use the reinforced fleet button. Okay, engineering research from researchers. Let's go ahead and grab basic strikecraft. That's going to be important for our star bases later on. And that will be completely fine. Our ruler gained a trait. That's okay. This guy is still not very good. We definitely want to go repair. There we go. We're getting those repairs up. Fantastic. And we can always queue up additional corvettes here. It's not a big deal. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to re-marshal our strength, and then we're going to go out and fight these guys again. They will be substantially weakened. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.